presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, has slammed the Supreme Court judgment that affirmed President Bola Tinubu's victory, describing it as contradictory and disappointing. Obi made the assertion at a press conference in Abuja on Monday, noting that despite the plethora of evidence placed before the apex court, the justices chose to focus on technicality rather than substance, thereby breaching the confidence of Nigerians in the judiciary. Meanwhile, in a swift reaction by the presidency, the special advisor to the president on information and strategy, that's Bayo Onanuga, said the presidency is at a loss as to how Obi and his faction of the Labour Party convinced themselves that they won an election in which they came a distant third. He also warned the Labour Party candidate against casting aspersions on the Supreme Court and the Independent National Electoral Commission over his defeat at the February 25th election. Well, Arise analyst Dayo Sobowale joins us now to discuss Peter Obi's press conference and the presidency's reaction. Good afternoon, Mr. Sobowale.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'm definitely certain that you watched that and you've probably formed your own takeaways or your opinions from that. Please share with us what those might be.
It's a continuation of presidential campaign post-election. It should not be. Because given the tone with which the president acknowledged his vindication at the Court of Appeal, at the Supreme Court, we watched it here. The way he reacted, he showed magnanimity in victory, and he urged all Nigerians to join him. But then, like I said, this is post-election, post-Supreme Court. So the terrain is different. You see, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party has come out to show his grouse, which is to be expected since he lost the election. But the way he has presented his objection to the Supreme Court's case showed clear sour grapes. The reaction of the presidency, too, is to be expected because they thought he was casting aspersion on the judgment, which is the root of the legitimacy and democratic authority of the new president. So the battle line is drawn on the verbal terrain. But then let us look at the issues involved. Obi has come out to say what the government should do: cut the cost of governance, maintain security, improve quality of life, and so on. But he said all these things were in his own manifesto, but the government is not doing them, which is not correct. Because if he had been there, he would have been doing like the government was doing. Both of them they did not contest in Spain or in Japan. They contested in Nigeria. So our problems will not go away. They are with us day and night. So if Obi had been president, he would have been looking after those problems, which you all know. Okay, the only thing he would not have done, maybe perhaps we would not have withdrawn full subsidy on day one. But we all know the problems, and we all know what should be done. Cost of governance should be cut. People should be secure. Foreign exchange should not be ballooning. The cost of naira will be stable. People will have better quality of life. There should be schools for people to go to, people to have jobs. That is what any sane government will do. And I pray we never have an insane government. But you see, the way he has put it, it's as if those who are there do not know what they are doing. That is not correct. That is not correct. And then again, you see, I don't like, I've said there before, that the Supreme Court said litigation is over, governance should start. But now, I pray this does not continue, because Obi said it's now defective opposition. But opposition should be responsible opposition. Responsible opposition that does not derail the political stability of the system. Is the alternative in case things do not work well, is the one we will fall back on. But it should not, in the process, destroy what he will eventually have to take over one time or the other. So it's a balance, it's a sort of give and take. He said the cost of governance is high. SUVs, all these things for the legislature, we have said that before, yeah. That is almost callous, but then it is on the ground. So you have said that very well. You see, the one he has said on the stability of the foreign exchange system, that is okay. Get me? But like we have always recited, yeah, government is a continuum. You get me? Government is a continuum, and you don't clear all things in a jiffy. But he said another thing which I find very controversial, because he's an IT-oriented person, that the Supreme Court did not respect public opinion in making that judgment. That is ridiculous. I've said it here before. The court of public opinion is not a court of law. That is one. People are entitled to their views. There have been occasions even in more digitalized systems than our own, where there have been polls that somebody will win the election and the person did not turn up. The most famous example was in 1951. Truman in the US, he was president, contested, they say he would lose. The papers have printed the paper, Dayo wins. And we realized it was Truman. That's public opinion for you. Now, in our own time, you know, the digital economy and the way big tech people manipulate elections, misinformation, disinformation, and then interference, you know what? So, is it that sort of social media you will say the courts will bow down to? It is a ridiculous comparison. It is not on. Then, you say the presidency too must watch its own language in reacting to criticism. You see, the norm in democracy is that the majority must have its way, but the minority must have a say. So, Obi is welcome on board.
Right. Well, thank you for deconstructing the merits and demerits of that statement. Now,